Hey everybody, it's cobradvs here. It's been a while since I've done a video, and it's gonna show because this one's gonna be a little lengthy, because I got a lot of junk to show. Well, it's not junk, but a lot of stuff to show. um, I got a few things that I now have 2 copies of that are gonna be for sale. I prefer sale over trade, but if you have something cool, let me know. Um, anyway, speaking of trade, let's get this going. I did 2 trades. Um, and the first one I did with Anonymous Revelations, and we traded. I don't know if he has done a video on, I believe. And you'll have to check him out to see what I got. I'll put a link in the description to his channel. And I got Final Fight 2. Um, it's kind of a rare game, not necessarily rare, but definitely on the uncommon side. And then I did a trade with Ryan right now. There'll be a link in his channel. Check out Ryan. He's a really cool guy. He's got a lot of great videos, pickups. He even does this sort of, he takes his camera out when he goes looking for games, kind of like the Big Game Hunter, sort of like that. So check him out, and also check out Anonymous Revelations. Anyway, what we traded was, I traded him a few games for a copy of Zombies Ate My Neighbors for the Genesis. Now, there's no game in here. I knew there was no manual. There's no game in here for a reason, and I'll tell you that in a minute. I have it someplace else. It did come with a game. I didn't just trade him for the case. I do have the game. It's just someplace else. I need a manual for this, so if somebody has a manual, hit me up, and I'll see about that. Where do I begin? There's just so much here. I don't know what to do. I guess before I do that, I was down in my basement the other day, and I found 2 old plug-and-plays that we used to have. Back when we had a little TV in our car. And I have no use for them, and I know some people like to collect the plug-and-plays, so if somebody wants them, just let me know. I'd like to sell them just for a few bucks, because I want to try and make a little money. But the first one is Super Pac-Man, and as far as I know, these both work. I probably will have to test them, but it looks like they take quite a few batteries. 6 AA's, I believe. Maybe 4. But whatever, Super Pac-Man's the first one. The second one's actually pretty cool. I remember this one being awesome. It's a Genesis plug-and-play. It's got a blue controller and the little power base, sort of looks like a Genesis. So that's cool, too. A little couple plug-and-plays if anybody wants them. Alright, I'll start with the smaller stuff. Went to a big community garage sale at a trailer. Well, I don't want to call it a trailer park because it wasn't all dumpy or anything. It was actually kind of nice in there. But they were like modular homes or whatever you want to call them. So I didn't expect much, but I found a few things. The first thing I found was this. It's an N64 or a Super Nintendo AV cord. I always am one short. Because I took my 64 one and used it for my Super Nintendo, and then I took the one for my GameCube and used it for my 64. So now I have 3 for all 3 systems. Always love finding those. Next, I also there for $2, I found a Game Gear. Tested it, works. It came with one game. It was Major League Baseball, or World Series Baseball. And works great, sound works, everything. It's in good shape for $2. That was only 50 cents, so $2.50 I got at that garage sale thing. This is my second Game Gear. One is in the box, one is not. If somebody wants, I'll get rid of the one in here. The speaker doesn't work. If you put headphones in, it works, but the speaker does not work. I'll get rid of that one. So if somebody wants a Game Gear, just let me know. I will let you have it. Okay, the rest of the stuff is just awesome. So I guess I'll go with the earliest. I put up an ad on Craigslist to get some stuff, and this guy contacted me. He had 2 systems. One was a Commodore 64, and the other was a Atari 7800 boxed. I really wanted the Atari because it was boxed, and I don't have a 7800. I can wait on a Commodore because it wasn't boxed or anything. So I went ahead and got the 7800. It's in the box. It works, kind of. The system works itself, but I tested it when I got it, and worked fine. I picked up a 7800 game because it didn't have any. I picked up Miss Pac-Man. I tested it with this, and it wouldn't turn on. And then I started to smell something, and there was this odor kind of coming from the power adapter that plugs in the wall. So I know there's a lot of problems with the power adapters on these, so I hear. So I went ahead and looked up a YouTube video, and wouldn't you know it, Retro Game Nerd had a video on it. So I sent him a message, and I shipped it to him today. He should get it soon. He said he'll fix it for me for free. So that is awesome, man. I really appreciate that. He's a really cool guy. If you don't know who he is, I'll put a link into his channel as well in the description. And then after that would have been this. Okay, this one I saw an ad on Craigslist, and it was a Nintendo 64 case, which I assumed was boxed, and it was. So I got a box, and then I just put my N64 in it, and bada bing, bada boom, you got a boxed N64. Real happy to have this. Now, the only Nintendo console that I want boxed is a Super Nintendo. Really want a Super Nintendo box. Big time. Love to have that one. Anyways, but this is cool in the meantime, and I'm really excited to have that. Okay. Next is, what would be next? The post. Yeah, I guess I went to GameStop today. Me and my buddy usually do these runs around town. We go to the thrift shop, the video game store, and Goodwill. Didn't find anything, so we ended up going to GameStop. And there's been a game out that I've wanted for so long, and I played a demo on my Xbox, and it's so much fun. And today they had it at GameStop for used, and it was $45. And I didn't want to spend that because I can get it on eBay for around $30. And then he said, hey, you know what? We have the collector's edition I can sell that we have. He said it's the same price. I said, same price? The collector's edition for $45? So they suckered me in, and I bought it. And GameStop was Castlevania Lords of Shadow collector's edition. It comes with well, the game is actually 2 discs. It's a pretty big game. 2 discs, and then it comes with a 3rd disc. It's I think it's an audio track, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm really excited to get this. I've played it for about an hour so far, and I love it. It's just like the demo. It's a very fun game. I highly recommend getting this. Although if you're gonna get it, I'd say get it on eBay. You can get it for around $30 or cheaper. Don't go to GameStop unless you want to pay $45 for it. Although you might get a good deal like this and get the collector's edition. So maybe check that out anyway. Okay, well, also from that GameStop, I noticed in the back door was open. The door that leads into the back where all the whatever is. And I noticed a little thing, box, and it had a bunch of posters in it. And then when I was checking out for my game, I said to the guy, you know, are you guys throwing those posters out? And the other guy says, why? Did you see one you liked? And I said, well, I don't know. I couldn't really see any. So he brought them out, and I picked up about 5, I believe. One of them's awesome that I'm really excited to get. But let's go ahead and get this one. Is massive, and this is probably the biggest poster I've ever seen. And it will probably not fit all in camera frame. So it is already folded. 2 of these are folded. Which sucks, but I don't mind, because this first one here, I might keep it or whatever, but it's probably not gonna go on the wall. Anyway, the first one is Super Street Fighter 4 for the 3DS. This is it, folded in half. Here's the other side. It just says something about the 3DS. So I went ahead and got that one, just because it's massive and it's cool. This is actually my second Duke Nukem poster, except this one's smaller. This one's slightly smaller than the other one, but it's Duke Nukem. You gotta have it. Gotta have it, baby. This next one's for a game that I have no intention on getting, but it does look cool, and it's Red Faction Armageddon. Now, one thing I noticed with this one, it says Sci-Fi Games in the bottom, like the Sci-Fi Channel. I had no idea they were in any sort of game market. I just hope their games are better than their movies. I tell you what, if I see another giant octopus versus a super alligator movie, I think my head's gonna explode. Anyways, the next one's for Portal 2. I don't have Portal 2, and I have no intention of getting it. I know it's a fun game. So I figured getting up the poster would be cool. Good idea. And then the last one was the one I was most excited to get, although it has tape on it. That's what you're hearing. It was folded, but it's okay. It's a Mortal Kombat poster. Scorpion, and I thought Sub-Zero was in the background, but that's something else I guess I'm thinking of. I am pumped to have this one. This one's going up on the wall somewhere, along with Portal, and Duke's got to go up there. The Super Street Fighter 4 one it's just too big, and until we move, because we are moving sort of soon, this is not going on the wall. And if it does go on the wall, I might even cut the bottom part off. The part that says now available Nintendo 3DS, it's like way too big. It's like an extra 2 feet. So we'll see with that one. Okay. So, a few more things. I had the ad up on Craigslist, and some lady contacted me about some Dreamcast stuff. I got it today. So here's what I got. The main reason I got this for $30 was all I paid. Was because of the games. Now I was disappointed when I got the games, and you'll see why soon. But anyways, I got a Dreamcast console and a controller. No cords, but I did use my cords, and it does work. This is my second Dreamcast, and I have no need for two. So if somebody wants a Dreamcast, just send me a message. I'm going to sell this one for cheap. I believe I have a power cord for it, but I do not have AV cord. Although you can get those cheap. So Dreamcast, if somebody's wanting it, I'll throw this controller into. Controller works, tested it, does work. And here are the games. There are about 11 games, I believe they said. Some are sports games, and I'll get those out of the way first. Here's NFL 2K2. What's this one? Extreme Sports, no manual. WWF, Attitude, no manual. NBA 2K1. Okay, Tomb Raider Chronicles. This was like a rental or something. It's not their actual case, and that's like printed off the internet thing. Set that one aside. This one's Speed Devils, but the game inside it is Choo Choo Rocket. And I know Choo Choo Rocket is a pretty fun puzzle game, so I keep that. But I need to get Speed Devils, the disc. The next one's Frogger 2. That was one I had before, but got rid of since. Because it didn't work on my Dreamcast, so I sold it, or gave it back to the seller, or he gave me my money back. But this one, no manual. That's where I got disappointed, is the lack of manuals. Some Disney racing game, yada yada. Centipede, this is my second copy of Centipede, so if you buy the Dreamcast, I'll throw in Centipede. And this one was another reason that I got it, and it's missing the manual too. It's a Rayman 2. It's got the back part, but I really need the manual for it. If anybody has the manual, let me know. And then this game was the biggest reason I bought it. It's a pretty expensive game for the Dreamcast, around 30 bucks or so, with shipping. So I went ahead and got it. Sonic Adventure 2, no manual. That made me mad. There's no manual for this. They never told me that, and I was in a rush, so I didn't get to look. I was in a rush to get to work, so I didn't look until I got there, and I just said, you know what, to hell with it. So I'm going to try and find a manual for this game somewhere. If somebody has the manual, please, please, please let me know, because I really want it. So I'm at work, and I get a text message from a guy saying he saw my ad on Craigslist, and he's got a boxed NES, about 11 games, and a controller. You know, okay, I'm thinking, I'm running pretty low on cash. I'm thinking, okay, what's this guy going to want, like $100? I asked him what he wanted for it. He didn't have a price. So I found out what box it was. He sent me a few pictures. It was a control deck box, the older control deck box. And he said, I said, you know what, I'd probably buy it for around $30. He said I couldn't do that because I paid $35 for it. And I said, okay, well, what about just the box system? No games. He didn't reply to that for some reason. So I said, okay. If you do this, I'd do this. How about for just the box only, no games, no controllers, no system, no cords, and the controller. And the reason I wanted to get to the controller is because it's a dog bone controller. And I didn't know why it was a dog bone controller. He doesn't have a top loader, but these are pretty rare anyway. So now I have a dog bone controller to match my top loader. Anyways, and he said, okay, how much for that? And I said, I could probably only give you about 10 or 15. He said he'd do it for 15. And I was comfortable with that because I know that controller is worth that. And then to get the box for the NES. And it came with the instructions for the system. So here it is, guys. Here is the control deck box. There's some like something on the box, but that'll come right off. It's in good shape otherwise. And actually, it's in really good shape otherwise. A little tear down here, but that's it. And it says it comes with free Nintendo official Nintendo's Player's Guide. I actually have that book, so I can put it in there. Styrofoam's in there. So there's another complete NES. I did put a system in there because I had a spare. It's my decaled one, but nonetheless, it is still in there. Okay, that is it. But one more thing. Oh, you know what? Actually, I lied. Two more things. I just gotta find it right there. I got another eBay game. It's an RPG for the Genesis. It's called The Fairy Tale. It's an electronic arts game. Nothing too spectacular there. Complete, by the way. Just trying to get a few RPGs. Anyways, last thing right here. I'm going to actually have to take the camera and show you this because I can't just bring it out. Actually, it's on my wall. It's a Sega Genesis little cartridge shelf. It's a very cool little thing, and I've got some cartridges on it already. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. And here it is. There, I took my N64 from here. It's in the box now. So I got my Model 1 Sega CD, 32X, and Genesis all hooked up. And right above it is the shelf of the games I play the most. You know, like Battletoads, Castle of Illusion Contra, Rocket Knight Adventures, Bomberman, RoboCop, Terminator, Streets of Rage, Hyperstone Heist, and then a few EA games, Mutant League Hockey, and then Road Rash 1 and 2. These are all, I have every single one of these boxed aside from Rystar and Streets of Rage 3, I believe. So every single other one of these is boxed, so I have empty boxes on my shelves now, and I put Zombies Ate My Neighbors in there too. I just got that from Ryan right now, as you saw earlier, and that's already on there. Okay, guys, so that is it, and if anybody's interested in the plug-and-plays or the Sega Dreamcast or the Game Gear, go ahead and shoot me a message, guys, and until next time, thanks for watching.